I am Carl Smith, the Consul General for the Bahamas at New York.
So how long have you been in that position, and how did that come about for you?
For the last year and a half, it has been my pleasure to serve my country here at New York. And I must say that occasionally we bring together nationals and friends of the Bahamians in functions such as these that are organized by the Bahamian American Association. And so I want to send a shout out to our folks back into the Bahamas to say that we are here promoting our lovely country. We were so proud the other day when the Miss Universe contest was aired and there were shots of the Bahamas and everybody was saying to me, wow, you have such a wonderful country. And I said, yes, that is what I've been telling you about. And so we are here, as I've indicated, to celebrate the Bahamas, to celebrate our people, our food, our culture, and our music. And I want to, again, say to our people back home that we have such a beautiful place that many others envy us.
We'd like you to meet the man behind this evening, Anwar Rolle. Anwar, how's it going? We're doing great. We're in New York. It's fabulous.
Yeah, Bahamians in New York.
Bahamians in New York. Tell us a little bit about something that's coming up for you this year, titled Bahamians in New York, or similar to that, I believe.
It's actually going to be the beginning of next year. I have a new album coming out entitled Bahamian in New York. It really chronicles everything that Bahamians go through, the transition, while remaining true to your values and true to, all of the memories that you have from your hometown.
Tonight, how were you involved in this event?
I was approached by the Bahamas American Association here in New York to put on an event. They wanted to reach a new demographic of Bahamians living in New York and actually being productive. And I came up with, a mixer where we all can meet, we can all talk, exchange phone cards, and hopefully from there build the kind of relationship that the other our sisters and brothers in the Caribbean and around the West Indies have.
Now, your background's in music, of course, one of the things that you specialize in. Tell us who's going to be performing tonight, from the DJ to the live entertainment.
Definitely. We got DJ DC from the world-famous Atlantis Resort and Casino. We also have, that's going to be performing To the Limit Band, a band that's actually received a grant from my company, VIP Enterprises, located in Nassau, Bahamas. And we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways. I'd like to say a special thanks to the Bahamas Weekly for doing this event, sponsoring, being one of the co-sponsors. We couldn't have done it without all of your support, and I want to thank you. I know it's been a rough ride, but we made it happen. I also want to give a shout out to the Grand Bahama Tourism Board, who sponsored a weekend stay in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and also Sandyport in Nassau, Bahamas. Mr. Moss, the general manager, he's doing a 7-night stay. And we also have the AD Pro Dance team. They're doing giveaways. We have a lot of great stuff that's going to be going on tonight.
Sounds exciting. So here we are. People are going to be able to come back and visit the homeland.
Definitely. As you can see, by the way, I'm sweating. I'm missing the Bahamas. So. With the lights, it's just...
Anwar Rolle, who's helped put on this evening tonight, is releasing his new album this fall called Bahamian in New York. And we're standing with the man who's helped produce this album.
Hey, everybody. My name is Fred Rasa, producer, writer. And I'm just happy to be at this event here with Anwar. We worked very hard for the upcoming album, and it should be out in February. Look forward to the single, Bahamian in New York, with the B-side, Spring Break Love. I produced for several years. I worked with Casey and JoJo, Bobby Brown, Tashina Arnold. I scored a movie called Prison Song, who was written by Donnell Martin. And, I did a lot of work. I traveled overseas, worked in London, and, I'm just here trying to make the best product for February, which is Bahamian in New York. One thing about Anwar, when I first started talking to him, normally what I do when I work with an artist is I sit down and I vibe with them, and vibing is so important to part of my business. Like, if I can't work with you and you can't vibe with me, we can't make this work. So in doing so, he talked about his father, who was the first Bahamian to go gold, and he talked about music and how, something is a generational gap and it's something that's missing, in the Bahamas, who's going to be the next person to hold the torch, and seeing this, I was like, wow, this guy really wants to give back to his people, so that right there inspired me. I say, listen, man, I'm going to roll with you, I'm here, let's do this. It's like a fusion of, Junkanoo, my R&B style, hip hop, rock music, we fused everything in one. And we just pretty much trying to give the world something to dance to, not just a certain group of people, the world. We trying to hit the world.
What's been on my mind for the past several years, especially in the Bahamas, is the fact that we have Bahamians that are doing extraordinary things. Through sports in the Bahamas, I was introduced to a gentleman by the name of Meacham Major, who's number 15 in the world in boxing. I just had a conversation with a tap dancer who's one of the best tap dancers in the world. He's Bahamian, and he's 24. And I've been reaching out, speaking to Michael Thompson and other great Bahamians, Johnny Camp, figuring out how we can come together and we could start mentoring these kids and say, listen, you guys can do what I did. Because I don't see examples of that in the Bahamas. I don't see examples of an entertainer that doesn't have to do something else. And in a tourist-driven economy, that should never happen. And I don't necessarily blame the government, past or present. We all have a blame in it, even me. For the mere fact, I had to come over here to see a cause that I now feel so strongly in improving. But it's time for change, and I believe that through communications, through dialogue, whether you agree or disagree, you know where I stand. And I'm all about